again, it's such an honor to be here and to see a new democracy putting itself together and doing it from scratch. I mean, this is how every great democracy in history started, with just a few committed people, such as yourselves, who've come together to do a good thing. And I think if you look back in history, you'll see that the democracies that emerged in history weren't just there to create a government. They were actually there to do something. And you are here to do something for your people back in East Turkestan. And it is the incredible strain and human rights tragedy that's happening there, in a sense, that is bringing you all together into a cohesive new government, a cohesive new democracy. I'm very pleased to see my friend Saleh Hudiyar elected Prime Minister. I think he's going to be amazing. I know him a little bit, and I think he's a very good choice. I think he will bring more youth into the organization, and I think that's critical right now, to expand and to use that youth energy, for example, that we see in Hong Kong, to use social media to get the word out about Uyghurs and other Turkic Muslims, and to influence well beyond Uyghur communities into US communities, Japan, Europe, and to try to bring those allies and resources back to the cause. You know, one of the things that I've noticed and I look for always when I'm, you know, doing my work and research is Chinese influence in organizations and Chinese influence in governments, and you know, that's something that you guys are valiantly seeking. You're seeking to preserve your independence from China, but you're also seeking to preserve the independence of this organization from Chinese attempts to influence the organization. And I think that's critical. And I think that's critical for your future viability, for your future credibility. And I think that it's very, very important in terms of getting new allies, making people like Robert Spalding, who came earlier and gave a speech, feel comfortable here, that he is really among friends. He's not in an organization that's infiltrated by the Chinese. And I think that's very, very important. And I think it's great that you guys are doing a good job of really keeping those influences out. And if that means that it's not as big, that's okay. I'd rather have a very high quality small organization than a inefficient huge organization. And we see what the United Nations looks like today. It's allowed the Chinese in, it's allowed the Russians in, and it's a very problematic organization. It can't get anything done because of that. The next steps, I think, for you guys, one of the next steps will be increasing your allies, trying to get more governments involved, trying to get more social movements involved, linking with the Hong Kong groups, the Tibetan groups, maybe the Falun Gong groups, people who share a need to defend themselves from the Chinese Communist Party. Also an organization that I'm part of, although I'm not here in that capacity, but the China Committee on the Present Danger of China, I think we'll see, but you know, getting them more involved would be good too. And then lastly, I just want to say that I'm very inspired by what you're doing, and I'm always here to help in any capacity. Saleh has my number, and he will be calling upon me if he needs me, and if not, he won't. But I'm always there and happy to help. So, and happy to try to bring other people in to help too as needed. So thank you very much for the honor of being here today. It was an incredible experience, and I learned a lot, and I appreciate what you're doing for not just East Turkestan, but the whole world.